What is up, everyone? We have a little bit of news tonight about the Sharif TFE Games Holdings legal ongoing battle situation, whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to get you a little bit of news tonight. Before we begin, a quick legal disclaimer. As always, everything in this video comes from public court filings and sworn declarations. These are allegations, not final rulings. No judge has ruled on the outcome yet, and everyone involved is presumed innocent. With that said, these documents explain why Intrepid Studios appears frozen and why nothing seems to be moving forward. Let's break it down. As of February 17, 2026, a company called TFE Games Holdings, LLC, filed an emergency motion in Clark County, Nevada. They are asking the court for a temporary restraining order, or TRO. In simple terms, TFE wants a judge to immediately force Sharif, the former CEO of Intrepid Studios, to turn over company records, account access, usernames, and passwords. They are also asking the court to do this without notifying him first. Courts only allow that when there is a serious risk of harm. To understand why TFE says it owns these records, we need to talk about a key document called the Notice of Disposition of Collateral at Private Sale. This notice was issued in early January 2026. Here's what it says in plain English. TFE Games Holdings was a secured creditor of Intrepid Studios under loan agreements dating back to March 23, 2022. According to the notice, Intrepid defaulted on its loans. The outstanding balance exceeded $40 million. Because of that default, TFE had the legal right to foreclose on Intrepid's assets. The notice states that all assets of Intrepid Studios were pledged as collateral. That includes intellectual property, software and source code, trademarks and licenses, bank accounts and cash, vendor contracts, equipment records, and books, and all proceeds tied to those assets. TFE then announced a private Article 9 sale, scheduled for January 16, 2026, conducted under the Uniform Commercial Code. This sale was held in Las Vegas, allowed bidding in person, by phone, or by video, allowed TFE to credit bid the debt it was owed, sold the assets as is, where is, and transferred ownership subject to senior liens from the SBA and Commerce West Bank. According to the court filings, that sale went forward. This is the legal foundation for TFE's claim that it now owns Intrepid's assets, including the company's digital records and account access. After the Article 9 sale on January 16th, TFE says it became the successor in interest to Intrepid Studios. That means legally they stepped into Intrepid's shoes, they became responsible for winding down the business, and they became the rightful owner of the company's records and systems. According to the filing, Sharif was still CEO at the time of the sale and was aware it occurred. Despite that sale, TFE alleges that Sharif still controls access to major company systems. This includes technology platforms such as Steam, GitHub, AWS, Google, Workspace, Slack, MongoDB, HR and payroll platforms, development and security tools. There are dozens listed in the court exhibits. This also includes bank and credit card accounts, including Chase Bank of America, Commerce West, American Express, Wells Fargo, SBA-related accounts, international banking accounts. And it also has exhibits for third-party vendors, including contractors, law firms, hosting services, insurance, travel, and payroll vendors. TFE claims this access has not been fully turned over, despite repeated requests. According to sworn declarations, this isn't just a paperwork dispute. TFE argues data could be deleted or permanently lost. Accounts could be shut down for non-payment. Payroll systems could fail. Financial records going back to 2016 could disappear. They tell the court that money damages would not fix this if data is destroyed. That's why they asked for an ex parte temporary restraining order, immediate action, no warning. This directly affects former employees. On January 31, 2026, Intrepid issued WARN Act notices, stating the company was permanently closing, but TFE says it cannot legally complete the shutdown without access to these systems. Without payroll records, employee data, and financial access, WARN Act compliance is at risk. Final paychecks could be delayed. Legal exposure increases. This leaves employees stuck in the middle. According to the filings, Stephen Sharif resigned on January 19, 2026. He no longer has a business role. He has not challenged the Article 9 sale. He has not claimed ownership of the records. Yet TFE alleges he is withholding access. He may be doing so to maintain leverage. He allegedly directed former employees and agents not to turn over records, and that those agents allegedly complied only when Sharif personally intervened. Again, these are allegations, but they are sworn statements submitted to the court. The judge reviewed the filings and issued an order shortening time. That means the case is being fast-tracked. The court agrees there is urgency. A hearing was scheduled almost immediately. The judge will now decide whether to issue a temporary restraining order, force immediate turnover of records, or issue a writ of possession. This explains a lot. It explains why communication stopped, why systems appear frozen, why no one seems able to move forward. This isn't just a game shutting down, it's a legal fight over control of a company's digital life. Stephen Sharif has not yet filed a response. When he does, we'll of course cover it fully. Until then, we stick to the documents, not rumors. The hearing for this motion is scheduled for 9 a.m. on the 19th of February, so we will have hopefully some updated information soon to report back to you. Also, I've been getting word that Stephen has potentially filed his own suit, so of course I'll be waiting to see if that pops up in the digital space as well. Until then, I appreciate you watching, and if you want to learn more, keep following this story, then hit subscribe and follow, and I'll see you next time.